Hey everybody, it's Thursday evening. It's the Valley's most in-depth weather forecast. It's weather for weather geeks. Hope you had a good Thursday. The weather certainly was changeable today as expected. We are done with the remarkable warmth that we've had for a lot of the last, several months. So we're heading into a brand new pattern that's going to last at least a week to 10 days, perhaps even longer. And the transition brought about by a cold front today, and it's pretty easy to find this cold front when we look at the dew point trend today. Dew points were very elevated at the start of the day and then dropped like a rock starting around mid to late morning. And dew points are now almost, 25 degrees lower than they were 12 hours ago. It's been an enormous temperature and dew point change. Pretty easy to find our front on the weather map this evening. It's between here and, say, State College in Altoona. So you could draw the cold front as of 7:07, kind of like right here. East of the front, still very muggy over towards I-95. West of the front, a definite taste of fall in the air, finally. All right, I told you on the last couple editions of Weather for Weather Geeks and on my social media that we may have a nice sunset this evening if we can get these clouds out of here, or at least the back edge to approach at sunset. And in some spots we did indeed have a very colorful sunset this evening. The back edge didn't quite get in here by sunset, but enough holes in this in the back tier of this cloud deck that I saw some really nice scenes out there right around sunset, a little before 7 o'clock this evening. All right, here's what's left of Michael. Still technically a tropical storm, but it's losing its tropical characteristics. This is still producing heavy rain in parts of Virginia. Still a tornado threat on the east side of this, from Virginia Beach and Norfolk down into Elizabeth City, North Carolina, areas to the east of the Raleigh-Durham area. And while the rainfall amounts have been high, this, of course, could have been a lot worse if this wasn't moving so fast. But even though the forward speed was pretty impressive, some parts of the panhandle of Florida here got 8 to 10, 12 inches worth of rain. Once you're up into the Carolinas, 1, 2, 3, 4 inches worth of rain, fairly common over the last 24 to 48 hours. Not enough to cause enormous problems in the Carolinas, but of course they're just, they have such vivid memories down there of Florence last month that they don't want to see any more rain, let alone a couple of inches worth of rain. Not good news for them. All right, autumn is really settling into the upper Midwest this evening. It is barely dark, or just getting dark, in places such as Fargo and International Falls, and temperatures are down close to freezing. A legit autumn air mass, and the freeze warnings and frost advisories have shifted farther east tonight, including places such as Milwaukee and Chicago and Green Bay. Heading down towards Springfield, Illinois, heading across the northern tier of Indiana as well. So definitely with a clear sky out there, it'll be an awfully chilly night tonight. We will be clear, I should say, for a few hours this evening before clouds roll back in. It'll be a pretty cloudy Friday. Boy, it's a little bit of November-ish feel to the day tomorrow, with temperatures no higher than 50. And then as we go into tomorrow evening, this looks a little faster than it did last night, and so I do have to allow for some light rain to push into the area during the course of Friday evening. This will be kind of a quick hitter, but I think it will start to rain lightly before the evening is through. And keep that in mind if you have plans to head to a high school football game tomorrow evening. I might have to keep adjusting these rain chances upward, starting at around maybe 9, 10 o'clock. So towards the second half of our games, the rain becomes a little more likely. Whether or not it rains in your location, it's going to be chilly everywhere, no higher than the mid-40s for Friday Night Football this week. All right, that late rain pushes away by daybreak on Saturday. Maybe there's 1 or 2 renegade lake effect rain showers, especially north of I-80 Saturday morning. But otherwise, the flavor of the day is clouds Saturday, chilly temperatures, again, much like tomorrow, no higher than about 50. A brighter day coming up on Sunday. This next little disturbance is a mist to the south for us, and we'll be in this little slice of nice up here. So I think we'll see more in the way of sun. It's not exactly a warm day. I've got 59 in the forecast, but 59 is better than 50, a little bit closer to average. All right, of course, I've been talking about this a lot, that the foliage season is running behind schedule, not only here, but in a lot of places. Here's the latest update on the foliage status. We're getting very near, or even a little past peak, up in the higher terrain of northern New Hampshire, up into northern Maine. And then it's near peak in the Catskills, or the Adirondacks, and then down into the Catskills in southeast New York. Some nice colors showing up. Green and White Mountains near peak. Across I-80 in Pennsylvania, if you've ever taken 80 across PA through places like Williamsport and over towards Scranton, and then towards the New York City area, this is pretty hilly terrain through here, and the colors are popping, as they usually do, a little bit earlier in that hilly terrain than lower elevations. Here locally, still just patchy color, and it's probably going to be the case for another couple of days before the colors really start to pop, I suspect, by the weekend and next week. All right, we've got a chilly pattern coming up. What about frost and freeze concerns? Not real concerned over the next several days. We're going to have some real chilly nights, yes. But a lot of these nights will be kind of cloudy-ish, and temperatures won't exactly hit rock bottom here. So I'm not real concerned about a hard freeze anytime soon. Could there be patchy frost at some point during the next 5, 6, 7 days in especially the sheltered locations, the lower areas? I can't rule that out. But it would be patchy frost. I don't think we are in danger of a hard freeze anytime real soon as we go into the middle of October here. Certainly the chances of frosts and freezes will increase as we go towards the last third of the month, the 20th through the 31st. So not much change here in the longer range. All the warmth will be out west, and we've got a cool looking pattern here in the eastern 2/3 of the country, in stark contrast to where we've been for a long time now. That's it for this week's Weather for Weather Geeks. I'll see you back here Monday evening. Thanks as always for watching. Hope you have a great Thursday night, a great Friday, and a great weekend, everyone.